Happy Tuesday, everybody. What we got going on today is the Bushiroad Global Online Store Hololive Super Expo 2022 merchandise. That was a lot to say. And then we also have the Disney Pixar trial deck images. So that'll be really nice. Let's go over it now. So first up is the Bushiroad Global Online Store. This place has merchandise for all the Weiss Schwarz Bushiroad stuff, Cardfight Vanguard that you can imagine. There's clothes, different products. And what we got here is Hololive Super Expo, and this should seem familiar to you. This is the same stuff that was sold on the Hololive website, on GeekJack as well. But what I want to bring up today is the urgency of this video is because what we got going on here is there are pre-order deadlines, and as you can see, even though it was weird because they put it up last night, April 11th. Today is April 12th. This thing is due by April 14th on some of the items. So let me just show you that real quick. So on this website, you have the premium booster box, sleeves, deck holders, acrylic card holder, rubber mats, binders for all those cards for the premium booster box, and we got an acrylic card stand. Okay, so the rubber mats, they are looking for a pre-order deadline of April 14th. The images will be the same across all different products. So we are bringing up the best girl, which is Takanashi Kiara. And as you can see here, rubber mats, $45. We got sleeves, $18, same image. We got deck boxes, $15, same image. And all of them are due April 14th, okay? April 14th. Trust me, this didn't make any sense to me. Next we got is these acrylic card holders, and what you're going to notice here is the deadline is the 17th. Not really sure why. They all ship late June 2022, right? June 2022. For some reason, these other ones got like 3 extra days. So make sure to come out and order this if you wanted to get it and you didn't purchase it through the Hololive or GeekJack sites. Okay. We have these binders as well. The other thing to note here is they're not going to be all the same characters that or Hololive members that you would have hoped for, because remember, this is 4th gen and there's someone glaringly missing from here. So just make sure to take a look at the images. If it's going to upset you that one of the people are missing, then keep that in mind, okay? So order them up and make sure to pay attention to the deadlines. I would say April 14th is the deadline overall, because I wouldn't want all of this stuff to ship out at different dates and then to have to pay like extra shipping. I would hope not. That's not where I want to go. And then you have this acrylic stand holder, 17th as well, $40. So it does look really nice. I don't know where I would put it though. In my head, I was like, I'm going to put it on my nightstand, but that seems kind of weird to wake up to a Hololive card, especially with my wife over there. I think it'd just be weird. Okay, but anyways, I think it would be cool to have around like actual card places. Like if you have like one of those glass cases with all your cards, or just like, you know, what people call shrines and stuff. I think this would be really nice. Super, super nice. Okay, and then the premium booster box. So just to refresh your memory on this one, this thing came out at the expo. It was put up by Hololive and GeekJack, which is going to be shipping, was it August to September? All right. So it doesn't really make sense with these shipping dates, like why they're coming out, because there is going to be a Japanese release for this product to online stores, to local stores, and that is coming out in June, right? So we got a bunch of dates floating out there everywhere. So earliest you could get this is from stores in June. This website, it is coming out July 2022, late July 2022. So this is actually sooner than the GeekJack, than the Hololive website. So if you didn't buy it from a store and they're sold out, by the way, there are still some out there for like roughly $45 is what I saw yesterday. They are still out there. You get it in June. If you don't want to go through them, you can go to the Bushiroad Global Online Store. And the Global Online Store is definitely more expensive. It's $49.80 for a box of these. And the nice part about this is if you're worried about people cherry picking or picking out like boxes, I would imagine the Bushiroad Global Online Store is not going to do that. They're probably just going to send you whatever box is sitting there, and it'll be on its way. So I think there's a little bit more security, or at least a little more trust in that. So if you want to go that route, go ahead. Again, more expensive. it ships out later. And there's this one last thing down here. Please note there is a possibility that we may not get enough stock for this product. As such, orders may be canceled and refunded. I think that's a little scary because if you're only depending on this place and you don't put this order in like soon, then maybe you have a chance of not even getting the product, which I think is I think it's bad, especially since Bushiroad, I would imagine, has this stuff and they should be able to know like what they're getting. But who knows? Maybe it's different. Maybe like Cover has this from their expo and they're just sending out the extras. I have no idea, but you get my point. Like there's an urgency to this video and a call to action for you to make sure you go onto the website today if you want any of this stuff and buy it. So the last thing on here is there is no pre-order date on here. I think they're just going to possibly keep it open to how many they have or project to have because it probably would sell out. So make sure to get that in sooner than later. Remember, these are the cards from the expo that had the diamonds on it, right? So, and they also had some of members on here that are more sought after, I would say. Where's Gura? Where's this lady? There she is. There you go. People are gonna want her. There she is. Okay, next up, what we have on Weiss Schwarz is we got trial deck images. Woo! So Disney Pixar, if you don't remember, is coming out June, July, September, and September. And what we got here is 3 trial decks. This would be for Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Cars, and then we finally get a booster box for Pixar All Stars. I didn't think it'd be that hard to say, but it was. Okay, so we got these booster packs going on, and the more and more I think about it, I remember when this first came out, it still hurt me a little thinking about, like my anime character versus a Disney character, right? Like going against Cars, going against Woody or something like that. And the more and more I thought about it, the more it grew on me, like this idea of it. So, because you have times in Weiss Schwarz that this happened, and I know thinking back, right? Like looking when people put this up on Facebook, the Star Wars, they're like, "Oh man, I want it," or "It's neat," or something like that. I think it's one of those ones where, yeah, maybe you're not gonna see this across from you, playing across from you every day, but I think in a collection, when we think about trading card games, collectibles, and things like that, having this Disney Pixar isn't so bad. Like when you think about it. Yeah, it grew on me. I am at that spot in my life right now where, you know what, I could see this, and anybody that actually liked these IPs would most likely want to have it. That doesn't mean they're going to fully convert into Weiss Wars and start buying up Saikano or Tokyo Revengers. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but right, like that's the same thing with Hololive. Hololive isn't something that I would have typically expected to show up in Weiss Wars. Yeah, it's closer than what Disney Pixar is, but there we are. So what we got going on? Wow, look at that. See, so I know it's kind of jokey, but at the same time, when I think about it, like how can we accept Marvel? How can we accept Star Wars if you can't just throw actual Toy Story or Monsters Inc. or Cars in? I get it. Like, and that's the part of me. I think I've fully accepted what this is going to be. And the thing is, what we got here is this is kind of neat. What we have is luxury foil stamping SP 3 cards and triple rares. There's 8 types. So this isn't like a fully loaded out dragon made version, right? Like where every card had a parallel. This time around, you're gonna have some normal trial decks. You're gonna have some SPs and you're gonna have some triple rares. So to me overall, this looks like a normal trial deck. And then I started thinking about like what is this equivalent to? And I'm like, well, if you take a look at the wording of Danmachi, right here, right? So we got 2 out of 50 shiny cards. We got luxury 4 types, and then you have an actual sign cards, right? We got foil stamping sign card with, let's say, Monsters Inc. or Toy Story. I don't think that's going to be the case, right? Like, so we have these SPs. I don't know who would sign this. It's kind of like Marvel, right? Like there's not going to be any sort of signing. So when I take a look at Marvel, let me just translate this here. What we got is foil stamping design card 3 types. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what kind of stamps they're going to use. Maybe they use like a sheriff badge or whatever. I guess that space symbol, space, whatever that is on his chest there. Yeah, right there. So maybe those are going to be showing up on there, and that's what Marvel did. So if I take a look real quick at Marvel, we got Thor in the trial deck, we got Iron Man, and we also have Captain America. So if I had to guess what lines this is going to go down, it's probably going to go down that side. I can't imagine that there's going to actually be signatures on these cards itself. So is it going to be that bad? No, I don't think so. I think it'd be okay. Like, again, if someone actually likes this IP, I think a kid, I think would, remember, like, this is kind of a gateway. When they have these exclusives, it's a gateway into an actual a game. So what we had gateways would be like Ruby and Seven Deadly Sins. This is Toy Story. You got to start them out when they like this stuff. So I probably would have picked something different, but I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm at peace with that. So overall, it's going to be an exciting release. I didn't think I was going to buy any of this, but you know what? The more and more I think about it, I'm probably going to buy this stuff. I'm not going to buy a whole lot of them. It's more just if I know somebody that actually likes Disney Pixar, guess what? You're getting that for Christmas. Maybe with a bunch of translations to go with it and some sleeves. But overall, I think it'll be a cool release. I think it'll be more exciting than what people say right now, right? Maybe the hardcore people that only want certain sets, they're not going to like it. There's still going to be jokes and memes about this stuff, but in the end, I think there's not going to be enough credit right now. There's going to just a lot more jokes, but as it gets closer and closer and more people open this, I think that's going to be the funny part because once this happens in June and people start accepting it, maybe they can't get the July one or the booster box. It'll just be one of those ones that I think there will be a little bit of regret that comes along the way. So I say if you like it, keep an open mind and see if you like. Just think through it. Maybe there's someone in your life that would like this. Last thing, when I was out here on this website to bring up that card list, I saw this off to the side. I'm like, oh yeah, Tokyo Revengers, and this is one of those ones that was like a classic look to me from that show. If I had to remember any images from the show, I think if anybody asked you like about Tokyo Revengers, if you ever seen it, there's like a few things that pop into your mind. Like if I give you a word, what pops into your mind? If I say Tokyo Revengers, a lot of it would be Takamichi crying or yelling, something like that. You also have Mikey and Draken come into your mind. I will say, I'm not in love with some of these card images. So this is the card of the day, and what we got is it. Some of this looks super plain. Like you got this like bullet hole, glass shattering thing. Is that glass or is that just a wall? But anyways, you just got people standing there, which isn't really the greatest. I really wouldn't want that. I mean, I know this is her brother, but still, not really what I would have wanted to see in two cards. I mean, these are two uncommon cards, but are these? I was gonna say, I was like, is this the same one? This is number 18 and this is number 10. So different ones. I thought it'd be neat right there to have like an A and a B card, but nope, they're different because one is a level 2 and one is a level 0. Anyways, going on. These cards are coming out. I just wanted to show them. I know these are being translated more than likely as I speak. And then we got Decide Tramier. So I'm excited about that one too. I really like the anime. Too bad this is from the mobile game, which I didn't play. So a lot of the people in this set I do not know, which is sad because I really like the anime um, as I think back about it. So there you are. If you want to see the actual cards of the day, go out here to. I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, oh man, I didn't look through all these Tokyo Revengers and they just have them all standing there, which is a little sad. I know people always talk about the art, like some want the manga art, some people want the anime, some people want like new actual art, but I'm like, I don't know if I want this art, where they're just kind of standing there with that bullet hole happening in the background. So I know I don't want that. It's too plain. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Anyways, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. See you later.